Hi there. It's Mary Schiller, author and coach of maryschiller.com. And as I am talking to you, it is Friday the 13th of December 2019, and I'm broadcasting this live in the Healthy Wealthy Coach group on Facebook, free group for wonderful coaches like you who want to have a business that makes an impact and a great income. Hi, Erna. Nice to see you there. Thanks for joining. If you are joining me live, feel free to post a comment anytime. And if you're joining on the replay, I want to thank you for taking the time to watch, and I'm looking forward to hearing your thoughts and comments as well. So this is the fifth and final talk in this series about the shifts that I believe are necessary to becoming the healthy, wealthy coach that you really want to be. And it's been really fun for me to see the discussions that we've been having and to hear your thoughts and aha moments and insights. That's been really exciting for me. So just really quickly, let me do a 30-second or maybe 45-second recap on what these shifts are. The first shift was you simply got to decide that this is what you want to do, that you want to be a coach, because it's a very definite profession that has some amazingly beautiful aspects to it. But if it's not really what you want to do, then you're free to do something else. As I mentioned in that particular talk, I've spoken to a lot of people over the years who have gone through a lot of coach training, and they feel almost obligated to become a coach when in fact it's not really what they want to be doing. And you're free to do what you want. And if what you want to do is become a coach who helps to transform people's lives in that particular way, then that's what you got to decide to do. So that was shift number one. Shift number two was living the impact that you want to create in other people, living this transformation. And again, it's not about being perfect, but it's about walking the walk. It's about not just teaching, but also living what you are trying to help people with, because nothing will turn people off faster than someone who is, not an example to follow. And I also talked in shift number two about being a leader. And leaders set the example. And as a coach, you are a leader. You're in a leadership role. Even if it doesn't seem like that, that's exactly what you're doing. So it's just really important to recognize that part of your role as a coach is to be an example to the people that you want to serve. So that was shift number two. Shift number three can be a little controversial, but it was interesting to see people's comments about the fact that coaching is a luxury profession, and it should be priced accordingly, and it should be treated that way in the way that we conduct ourselves. Because if we want to serve people in this customized, personalized way, that is a really luxury service. Imagine if you were going to go buy a car and you went and told them all of your specific measurements and all of the things that you wanted to transform your experience of driving a car, and they made a car just to fit you. Would you expect to pay a lot for that? Well, of course you would. And this is no different from that. And, coaching is not something that people need. It is something that people invest in. They may invest in it once, they may invest in it multiple times, but it's something that people look at as an investment. And that's how I feel coaches should be pricing what they do. To address this question of, well, what if people can't afford it? That's okay. Not everybody can afford to fly first class. There are other ways that people can get help from you that don't have to involve your personal time. You can create an online program. You can write a book. You can write several books, as I have. You can create audios. You can give free talks like these. You can do all kinds of things to help people who don't have the money right then or don't want to invest right then. You don't have to be the person who keeps lowering your price just to get clients. And one other thought on that is that, in my experience as a coach, both as a life coach and now primarily as a business coach, I can tell you for sure that people will pay a lower price and people will pay a higher price. I've had people pay low prices, I've had people pay higher prices. So you might as well price things at a point where it's going to help them recognize the investment they're making in a luxury service and also help you achieve your own goals. Yeah, thanks, Erna. I'm glad you saw that, because really, I have never seen coaching as anything but a luxury product or service. It simply is because of the nature of what we do as coaches. And like I said, there are other ways to address different price points, and that's totally fine. But anything that involves, your time, whether in a group or one-to-one, anything like that, has got to be priced accordingly. So that was shift number 3. Shift number 4 was basically get over yourself and get out there and start making offers. Because oftentimes, if people aren't making money in any kind of service business, but especially the coaches that I've spoken to, it's because they're simply not getting out there on a consistent basis and making paid offers to people. Money can't come in if you're not making a paid offer. So at some point, you have to decide, okay, I'm going to go out and connect with people and I'm going to start making offers to them. That's what this business is about. It's about connecting with people. And instead of shying away from that moment where money changes hands, you've got to dive right into it and see that, that's business. Business equals generating revenue. And if a business isn't generating revenue, then it's not really a business. And then you've got to take a step back and decide, again, is this what I really want to do or not? And either way is fine. Money is available in myriad ways, infinite ways. So, you have to listen to what is calling to you. All right. So shift number 5. Now, this one is so important. I've left it for last because for a few reasons, and I haven't said what it is yet. So in case you're just kind of jumping around in this video, I haven't told you what it is yet. But it's a really important piece for me personally and professionally, because as I have said recently, I have recognized that this is something that I have not provided to you in the way that I should have been. I called it a mistake, and I really do see it as a mistake, not as a failure, but as something that I could have done a lot better and that I want to do going forward. And so at the end of this chat, I'm going to mention a way that you can get some additional help from me that is entirely new and different, and I'm going to explain that in a moment. But shift number 5 is, it's kind of 2 pieces. You must hold yourself accountable. You must hold yourself accountable, meaning when you have this goal of becoming the healthy, wealthy coach, when you have an income goal that you want to reach, when you have an impact goal that you want to reach, you simply have to hold yourself accountable for that. And I love accountability because to me, it taps into so many, oh, hey, sorry, Erna, just like making offers in yeah, absolutely make offers in Facebook Lives like I'm about to. Thanks for that, Erna. But I love personal accountability and professional accountability because to me, it taps into so many beautiful innate qualities that human beings have. If you are able to kind of step back and look at yourself and your life, you can see some amazing examples of when you have held yourself accountable, when you have, made a decision to go forward and do something, and you've simply followed through. You've simply taken the steps you needed to take and you followed through. I'd love in the comments, if you're watching this live or if you're joining on the replay, type an example in there of a time you can remember holding yourself accountable and following through and taking the steps all the way through to the end. for me, I can think of many. One was, I went to graduate school twice. I got 2 master's degrees, and the first time was tough, man. I was a single parent. At first, I was working about 20 hours a week, and then I had to raise that up because I just wasn't making enough money to support myself and my daughter. So I think I got up to like 32 hours a week while going to graduate school. And it was tough because I was doing my graduate degree in English, and then I was getting an additional certification in there to teach English as a second language and studying linguistics and things. And so that added more units that I needed. But most of the people who I knew finished in maybe 2 years. Sometimes you could finish that degree program in about 1.5 years. Most people finished in 2. It took me 4. It took me 4 years to finish that graduate degree because I had other responsibilities. However, I graduated with nearly a 4.0 GPA. I did very well on the final exam that we had to take to get the degree, and I got this additional certificate. And I had a bigger goal in mind, which was I want to have more credentials and more options for what I can do professionally. And I just kept my eye on that goal, I held myself accountable. I showed up to class every single time. I, found people to help me with my daughter when I could, because the classes were sometimes at night and, but I just did what I needed to do. And I never let myself not follow through. I just kept going and taking one small step at a time, one class at a time, one, paper at a time, one work day at a time. And eventually I was able to reach that goal of graduating with that degree, which was a really pivotal moment for me. That degree really helped me in my professional life in ways that would be impossible to explain. And so I'd love for you to reflect on that today. I'd love for you to ask yourself, when have I held myself accountable over a period of time where I had something I really wanted to achieve and I achieved it because I didn't quit. I kept going. I don't want this to come across the wrong way, so pardon me if it does, but a lot of people that I see online and talk to give up way too soon. There was just a post in this group about that today about, we can have what we consider a disappointment or something, and then we just give up. Like, I don't even understand that. Like, I just don't quit. If something doesn't go as expected, which I try to avoid expectation type thinking, but sometimes it happens, I just try to analyze it and go, okay, well, here's what I need to do differently next time. And so, I really want to encourage you to examine your innate ability to stick with something. I really want you to do this today. It's very important for us to look at what our actual capability is instead of, saying, oh, well, I'm just no good at this business thing, or, I should just go do something else. Don't go there. That's not true. If this is what you want, then you are fully capable of doing it. But the caveat is that you need to keep going. You need to take one step at a time and hold yourself accountable in the most loving way possible to do that. And so the second piece of this shift that goes along with this accountability that I have seen as super important, especially this year, is get support for that. Okay. Gosh, building a business, I wouldn't say that it is the hardest thing that I've ever done. I don't see it as particularly difficult, but there is a lot involved. There's a lot involved, right? It's not as simple as tying your shoes. There are things to be done, and there are things that people can help us with. And if you are not feeling like this is a conversation I've had with several people lately, which is why this is so much on my mind, is if you are not around people on a regular basis who are supporting you in holding yourself accountable, who aren't supporting your goals for your business, who aren't there to check in with you and for you to check in with them, it's not so easy to do all of this. We all need people in our corner. We all need people around us who can buoy us up when we're having a low period. When things are looking a little fuzzy to us or looking even bleak to us, we need people who can cheer us on and encourage us to say, hey, you've talked about a time when you achieved what you wanted to, when you took those daily steps that you needed to take. Remember that about yourself. We need people around us who can do that, because otherwise this can be a very kind of lonely experience where we're kind of just in this tunnel, it feels like, by ourselves, and my big message to you today is that I want you to know that you aren't alone. All right? You're not alone. First of all, you have this group, and the people in this group are wonderful, helpful, talented, caring, giving people. We are in this together, you and I. And especially if you really have a desire to be a coach, you've heard me talk about how much I love the coaching profession and how much it means to me to support other people in that. I mean, that's what I'm all about. And so I am here to help you. And I want you to just realize, if it feels like you're in this alone, you're not. Okay? You're not in this by yourself. There are people who can help you, and people who want to help you, and people who want to support you, and who see your ability to do what you want to do, to see your innate capability probably much better than you can. That's something that I've also spoken about with people recently, is it's very hard for us to have an objective viewpoint of ourselves. We really can't see what our talents and skills and abilities are very well, because they seem so natural to us. And so that's why it's helpful to be in a community of others who will help you see that. And I'm hoping that this group can be a place for that. And I'm also here to tell you that I have a new offering that I am super excited about, because, oh gosh, I have been trying to put this together in some way, shape, or form for quite a long time now. And it addresses this whole mistake that I said that I've made in my business, where I haven't helped you enough to take those daily action steps and to be there to hold your hand when you need someone to hold your hand. I want to be there for you, and I want to create a small community of people who are there for you and who you can do that for as well. That's really my dream now. I can get kind of emotional about this, sorry. But my dream now is to create groups of people who really want each other's success as much as I want your success, and are not afraid to hold themselves accountable. And as the authors of the 12-week year, which I love, say, hold each other capable, and to be in a beautiful space with each other and really help one another to make those steps that are needed to have this beautiful coaching business and this beautiful life that you want to create for yourself and for your clients. And so to that end, I've created a brand new program that I would love to tell you more about. The way that I'd like to do that is I will host a separate Facebook Live about it. But if you are interested in talking with me about it, I have a page that you can go to on my website. It's simply maryschiller.com/big results. no hyphens in there, just /big results. And you can set up a time to talk with me about it and see if it's right for you. One thing I will say that has me just jumping out of my skin with excitement is that I have never seen ever another program like this. If I had seen something like this, I would have joined it because I know what kind of value this is going to provide for you. It's something that will literally take you step by step every day over 12 weeks towards a very simple goal, and with a very simple process that pairs all that other stuff away, takes away all of the complexity relating to building a coaching business. Everything is, I mean, when I say it's pared down, it is pared down in what I believe is the most beautiful and essential way. And it will, I'm sure it will do a lot more than I can imagine, but right now I'm just seeing it as a total sense of freedom for you, where you'll finally know what to do every day. You will know exactly what to do. There won't be any questions in your mind. Yes, sometimes you'll have some thoughts that come up like fearful things. That's okay. But you'll be part of a very small group of people who are dedicated to the same ends, which is creating a beautiful, impactful, income-producing business and supporting others in doing the same. I've called it small steps, big results, because that's where results come from, is taking small steps every day, simple, small steps. So if you would like to chat with me about this program and see if it's for you, I am going to put a link here to the page where you can sign up. There's a little application process. It's very short, just to give you a little sense of what the questions are. Just ask some, you know, if you're willing to support other people in this aim. It lets you know what the price point is. And the program itself starts January 6th, 2020 and runs through 12 weeks. But if you want to talk to me now, next week is the time where I'm going to be chatting with people about this program. And just a note on the investment, I have kept it at a point where I feel it is a doable number, and the price will go up over time, but it's a doable investment number because it's an investment in your business and it's an investment in yourself. What you will gain from this program is not just clarity around building your business and seeing progress that way, but you'll also see changes within yourself. You will access this incredible ability you have to take steps one day at a time and be consistent. You know, if you feel like you've lacked consistency, hi Lisa. Oh, how small is the group? Ernest says no more than 12. No more than 12 people. If you feel like you've been lacking consistency, this program will cure that forever. Forever. If you follow through, this will help you for the rest of your life if that's been an issue for you. So yes, so the group is no more than 12. Just really quick, if you want some of the little details, I'll host 2 group Zoom calls a month. You will have 24/7 access to a forum, not on Facebook. This is on a completely separate platform where you can post questions and comments. You'll be asked to report on your progress daily. I'm going to give you a very simple goal to follow, and it's the best that I can do to make this process simpler for you, to help you to see progress quickly. And I absolutely know 100% that you will get so much from it. You won't recognize yourself at the end of the 12 weeks. Just a quick aside, I have been running a 6-week program with a small group of people. There have just been a handful of wonderful people in this program over 6 weeks with a similar type of setup. And it's been incredible to me to see what they have achieved over those 6 weeks and how things are different for them. And so I want to offer this to many more people, including you, I hope. So if you're interested in learning more, you can go to this page on my website. It's just maryschiller.com/big results. I'll put a link here. Let me just put it in here while I'm thinking of it. Hang on a second. Or you can also go to smallstepsbigresults.com. We'll also send you there. So I hope that you have enjoyed this series on the 5 shifts required to becoming the healthy, wealthy coach. If you feel like you need and want some real support in a way that you haven't experienced before in building your business. Oh, I should say everybody gets a one-to-one with me as well during the program. And if you enroll by January 1, you'll get a bonus call with me. So that would be great. But if you feel like what's been missing for you is daily support over a period of time to help you build this new habit of consistent small actions, then this is the program for you. I'm not going to ask you to spend 20 hours a day or anything like that. Everything is in very small pieces, manageable, doable actions, and that's the way to see results. That's why I've called it Small Steps, Big Results, because that's the way to see results, is taking small daily actions over a longer period of time. So if you have questions about anything I've talked about in this Facebook Live, any questions about the program, you can always send me a private message. You can tag me in the group. You can email me, mary@maryschiller.com. And I would just so love to chat with you to see if this program is right for you. It will work for you whether you are just getting started with a coaching business, or if you feel like you've hit a plateau or feel stuck and just aren't sure what to do next. It works for both situations. So I'm just super excited to bring this to you. It's my main focus for the foreseeable future, is bringing you into, or bringing people who are interested, I hope it's you, into this program. And yeah, it's my mission to help you in a much more direct way, and in a way that you can't really get anywhere else, because I don't see anybody else offering this. You mean the world to me. Do you know that? You really do. You mean the world to me. So I want to offer you this support if it sounds like it's the right fit for you. All right, so please let me know if you have any questions. It's always such a joy to talk with you, and I will chat with you soon, I hope. Let me know what I can do for you. Bye for now.